another quick round of applause for them. Again, thank you, Ann. Our commencement speaker today is Dr. Molly Shiffler, Assistant Professor and Director of the Literacy Centers at Cardinal Stritch University. Under Dr. Shiffler's leadership, the centers, which provide exemplary literacy instruction for children, have expanded from one location in 2007 on Stritch's main campus to 5 urban sites today. A tenured faculty member, Dr. Shiffler has taught in the undergraduate, master's, and doctoral programs in the College of Education and Leadership. Molly recently received the 2012 Graduate of the Last Decade Alumni Award for her outstanding accomplishments. I am so pleased and honored today to introduce you to Dr. Molly Shiffler.
Thank you so much, Dr. Loftus, for the kind introduction. Good morning on this clear, blue, beautiful Lake Michigan day. It's a gorgeous day to graduate. I would like to welcome everyone who's here today celebrating our professional graduates of spring 2012. President Loftus, my fellow speakers. Ann and I did not plan our talks together, but you're not going to believe it as you listen to me. The Sisters of St. Francis and the Chairman of our Board of Trustees. And on this side, Dr. Boshar, our honoree today, Representative Asta, and Joe, and our associate deans. Our college deans. Welcome. Thank you for the opportunity to represent the Stritch community in extending a heartfelt congratulations to our master's and doctoral graduates of 2012. Class of 2012, we are here to celebrate your accomplishments in education, leadership, business, teaching, technology, urban initiatives, the arts and the sciences. I'd also like to set aside a moment to salute the friends and families who are here this morning who've been the support teams for our graduates for all the years that have led up to this degree. Through tight family budgets, mounting student loans, 18-hour days, sleepless nights, straddling jobs, papers, classes, family needs, you believed every step of the way that today, this moment, would happen for them. And graduates, when you walk across this stage today, please know that every one of your team members is right beside you in spirit, just as they have been all the way along. Many of you may know, as my sons told me very soberly about a week ago, Hank Aaron is speaking right now at Marquette's commencement interaction. So I want to thank you, and especially the sports management graduates, for not sneaking off during the commencement results this morning. Although when I did get up here, I kind of looked to check and see if the fanatic baseball fans in my family, my sons and my 5-month-old grandson, were here. They are. Thank you, guys. I'll be checking to see if they leave for batting practice about 12:30 when the Brewers warm up this afternoon. During my graduate program at Stritch, our family baseball travels took us to the Louisville Slugger baseball bat factory. And there I was introduced to a great humanitarian, Roberto Clemente. Roberto Clemente is also a Hall of Famer like Hank Aaron, and he actually played in County Stadium, but he was playing for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Roberto Clemente is better known for his work off the diamond, the baseball diamond, as a great humanitarian, and particularly as a supporter of those in poverty and those in crisis. In fact, he died in 1972 taking a plane load of supplies to earthquake victims in Guatemala. The interesting thing was he had organized a group, sent one plane load of supplies. It didn't get through to the people, so on New Year's Eve, he went on that plane himself to be sure that this time the supplies really got to the people who were needed there. The spirit of his work is immortalized in a quotation that's one of our family legend quotations. Anytime you have an opportunity to make a difference, in this world and you don't, you're wasting your time on earth. Let's say that one more time. Anytime you have an opportunity to make a difference in this world and you don't, you're wasting your time on earth. 40 years later, in this time of increasingly complex global problems and limited resources, I'd like to suggest to the professional graduates here this morning that Roberto Clemente's words and his model of compassionate serving leadership powerfully resonate with the Franciscan groundings of your Stritch education, as Anne has so eloquently expressed, specifically with the Franciscan values of service and compassion, creating a caring environment, fostering simple lifestyles for preserving the environment, and resolving conflict. I believe that the daunting challenges of spring of 2012 tender Stritch grads a unique opportunity to draw upon your Franciscan grounding and to continue to make a profound difference at local, global, and national levels through our service and through dialogue-based leadership, no matter your chosen field. May of 2012 is a time that calls for ingenious and compassionate leaders in the Stritch tradition. With your graduate education, you're going to find that people seek you out and you become those natural leaders. I was trying to think of a term to describe Stritch grads who become natural leaders, and I came up with the term Franciscan alphas. I want to explain that even though Father Jim blesses the pets every fall at Cardinal Stritch, and St. Francis was indeed the patron saint of animals, that what I'm going to talk about is not a Catholic form of pet dominance. You're great here. So who are Franciscan alphas? Franciscan alphas are serving leaders who have found an issue that propels them to leadership. To use Albert Schweitzer's words, they're happy because they have found and sought how to serve others through healthy and resilient venues. Our Stritch graduates in ministry and nursing set a high standard for compassion and service through their wide outreach. They do so through initiatives such as the College of Nursing's homeless shelter refurbishing here in Milwaukee, and the Agape Center, and a mission to Honduras, a medical mission that's going to be staffed and has been well supplied by the nurses at Cardinal Stritch. Franciscan alphas make a lifetime commitment to intense, fulfilling vocations or avocations that underscore the difference that a single human being can make. I'd like to tell you about Miss Grady. Miss Grady is a teacher, an urban educator, but she could have been a principal, she could have been an art teacher, a music teacher, a tech teacher, a psychologist. She even could have been a district superintendent. One day in the library, she spotted Ollie Neal, who was the meanest, toughest kid in school. And Ollie Neal was sneaking kind of a racy-looking book off the library shelf. And instead of stopping him, the next weekend, she drove 70 miles to a nearby community to purchase another book by the same author, so that when Ollie came to put the book back on his shelf, there would be another book there waiting for him by the same author. She did this 3 times. By the 3rd time, Ollie was an avid reader. He went on to college, to law school. He became the first appellate prosecuting attorney in his state, and eventually an appellate judge. His daughter went on to earn her doctorate and runs a community development program, a statewide community development program. Ollie was not the only person for whom Miss Grady made a crucial difference. He was one of many. And likewise, for our wide range of graduates in education-related fields, there's no limit to the power that you have to make a difference in individual students' lives and in multiple generations. Just a personal aside here that I have to make. There's no surer way to make a difference in somebody's life than through the gift of a book. It could be to parents of newborn babies, to resilient teens like Ollie, or to Alzheimer's victims who are searching for memories like my mother. The single experience we find in our research and reading that successful students have in common is that they were read to as young children. So I encourage you, and often the beginning of a very successful learning experience is with a book someone just can't get down. So when you come across a favorite book, an irresistible book, please pass it along to someone. Franciscan Alphas find community, national, and global issues about which they care passionately, and they begin dialogue-based, outside-the-box conversations to address them. They find, as Parker Palmer said, the place where their deep passion meets the world's deep needs. Here I'd like to recognize the outstanding work that our business, our IT grads, alums and have done in our community attacking very difficult challenges. And recently, a group called Milwaukee Rising took on the foreclosure crisis in Milwaukee, and this group included, along with the banks participating, our graduates, our alumni. And they got a multi-million-dollar loan and began to start repairing and renovate cities or houses that would have been due to foreclosure. And in doing so, they increased property values. They gave hope to hundreds of families. And lastly, Franciscan Alphas collaborate to craft meaningful and enduring solutions that transform lives in the present and in the world in which our children and grandchildren will live. And here I want to salute the incredible team of language and literacy graduates and professionals at our Lit Centers, most of whom are also Stritch grads, who, through the gift of proficient literacy, change the life trajectory of hundreds each year. Our dedicated instructors empower students to achieve not only their own educational goals, they pass on the gift of attainable education to their own children, to their children and grandchildren. So, Cardinal Stritch University professional graduates of May 2012, by graduating, each of you has achieved something extraordinary. That it's indeed a time for pride and celebration. And no matter your chosen life work, continue to bring the perspective of the Franciscan Alpha to today's most pressing challenges. Listen for the issues about which you care deeply. Really find your own point of servant leadership where your deep passion meets the world's deep need. And as Roberto Clemente said, take every opportunity to make a difference in this world.
Thank you, Molly. Hank Aaron may have hit 715, but let's give a round of applause for the home run that Molly just did. May we all aspire to become Franciscan Alphas. It is now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Anthea Bojar, Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs.